What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL. Shout out to the DFS squad, man. Real quick before I get into this, I've been hearing through the grapevine that there are some DFS YouTubers. I only know of a few. Because most of our people who watch us watch other people as well, and they interact with the other ones as well. So, but I've been hearing through the grapevine, aka through our listeners and our watchers, that these two guys have a bit of an issue with me and have been commenting on Cam ATL. But it's funny because with both of these people, I haven't had nothing but respect and love conversations with both of these people. So for them to have an issue with me doesn't make sense, because if we just had a conversation like a week ago where everything was good and it was all respect and love and hope that the other person does great, and then all of a sudden now there's a little issue going on, you gotta expect that I'm gonna say something about it. First of all, DFS squad is all positivity and love, so none of that bullshit is gonna happen. I'm not gonna really bring this up much. I just want y'all, because I'm pretty sure y'all are watching this shit right now. So if you've said some shit and you're a DFS YouTuber, I want you to know that I fucking know. And you need to stop talking about your boy. Or you can hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL, which you already know because you've already talked to me on Twitter. And using all positive words. How about you come to Twitter and you let me know yourself, seeing that we're both grown-ups, you let me know yourself that you got an issue with something I'm doing. Because this came all of a sudden when I announced that I'm doing a $100 giveaway to my people. All of a sudden there's problems on y'all. What's the issue? Because I'm celebrating with my fucking fans. I'm not doing shit to do nothing to you. So there's no reason for you to have any type of issue with what's going on over here. You need to mind your own fucking business and do your thing. All right? Now, enough of talking about that. I just hope you get the fucking memo if you're one of them and you're listening to this shit right now. But let's get straight into the high five, guys. Good things come with time. I know I'm late today, but good things come with time, and I got you. All right? I got you. James Harden going against Golden State. The only reason I'm not saying this is a must play is because he has a wrist injury right now. He's dealing with a little bit of a wrist issue. His last game, he had a very mediocre game. He only scored 46. Going against Golden State, I would expect Klay Thompson to match up with him most of the game, which is a good defensive player. James Harden has struggled against Golden State in the past. Not struggled, but he definitely hasn't hit the value that he'll need here. So I'm a little bit worried about James Harden at home in Houston. I really like Giannis Antetokounmpo against Charlotte, especially with Chris Middleton missing shoot-around with a sickness today. So there's a good chance he misses the game. But I love Dennis Schroeder at home in Atlanta against Phoenix, who have been even worse against point guards since your boy Eric Bledsoe left for the season. Tyler Ulis is even worse at defense. Dennis Schroeder should light them up for 40-plus Draftkings points. I absolutely love it. At the small forward position, I'm staying with that game. Another player who's just been lights out. TJ Warren at Atlanta. Now, one thing for Atlanta is that we struggle against the small forward position. Matter of fact, we're struggling on defense, period. Other than down low with Dwight Howard, we're struggling at every position right now without Paul Millsap. I mean, our guards, we're struggling against guards. We're struggling against shooting guards. We're struggling against small forwards the most. TJ Warren should have a great game here against Atlanta. I don't see a blowout in any way. This should be a quick-paced game right here. High scoring. I love getting involved in this Phoenix Atlanta game right here. Sorry, guys. Atlanta game. So I really, really like that. At the center position, my boy Richaun Holmes. We all know this dude's got 50-plus point potential. And that is what I'm banking on here against Brooklyn. Brook Lopez is not good down low. I mean, he's a good scoring center, but other than that, he doesn't do much. Richaun Holmes should be able to rack up fantasy points here at 6,300, especially with Okafor officially ruled out here. Holmes is going to be the dude getting a lot of minutes here. Minutes equal fantasy points. I absolutely love Richaun Holmes here. And I told y'all that I love Antetokounmpo. And I love Antetokounmpo enough to put him in the high five. With Chris Middleton dealing with an illness and missing shoot around. If Middleton misses this game, that hires Antetokounmpo's usage rate by a lot. He could go up to that 60-plus fantasy points here against Charlotte. It's a great matchup for Antetokounmpo. I absolutely love that situation. Last but not least, Lou Will at home in Houston against Golden State. Lou Will should take full advantage against the backups of Golden State here. With this game being so high scoring, I expect, and Harden having his wrist problem, I expect them to have to rely on some scoring out of Lou Will off that bench heavy. Lou Will just had a great game last game. It looks like he's getting his stroke back. He scored 31 points against OKC in the game where Harden had that little wrist problem starting up. Now with Harden still dealing with the wrist problem, I expect Lou Will to have to come in and put a lot of points on the board as well. Expect 30-plus points out of him in a high-scoring game here. Lou Will always does good in the high-scoring total games, and here against Golden State is a perfect situation for Lou Will to shine. I love Lou Will, and he's got to be in the high five. So the high five, Dennis Schroeder, Lou Will, TJ Warren, Rashawn Holmes, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I normally do not shout out Giannis, but because Chris Middleton is out, his usage rate is going to skyrocket, and against Charlotte, it's a good matchup. They have nobody who can handle his size and his athleticism on Charlotte defensively. Nobody. This also should be a good game. Charlotte is still fighting. So this should be a good game here. It should end up being a close game. I really like Giannis a lot here. And Holmes, I mean, with Okafor already ruled out for the day, I really like him. And that's it. Now, keep in mind, Sergio Rodriguez is questionable right now. If Sergio Rodriguez misses the game, then TJ McConnell is going to be a fantastic play against Brooklyn with some good value there. Let's go down to these cheap options down here. Nobody very, very cheap on the very cheap end. I like Isaiah Whitehead against Philly, Dinwiddie against Philly. I love both those guys. If Reggie Jackson happens to miss again, he's dealing with some tendonitis and isn't expected to play Tuesday against the Heat. So Ish Smith should get another start for Detroit here, guys. They have nobody else. They have nobody else. So take advantage of that. And Ish Smith should get heavy minutes and do very well in that situation. I love Ish Smith. And like I said, if Sergio gets rolled out, I absolutely love TJ McConnell against Brooklyn. A lot. I love the dude. He's got great potential at only 5,500. At the center position, let's look at some value plays here at the center position. I love Greg Monroe against Charlotte, but I really like Cody Zeller. I absolutely love Cody Zeller at home in Charlotte against Milwaukee. He hasn't had his minutes drop. Even with Kaminsky and all those guys back, he's still playing 29, 32, 32. They love him at their center position. He has been playing amazing. And against big men of Milwaukee, he is going to have a great game here. All centers go crazy against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is the team you want to get centers playing against. Cody Zeller is a fantastic play here at home in Charlotte for only 5,300. I love him value-wise in this game. I also love Capella at 5,400 in that fast-paced game in Houston. All right, absolutely love it. Now let's touch on some shooting guards real quick. Cheap options at shooting guard. Always love CJ Miles going against Minnesota. That's a good game. Randy Foye has been doing well at Philly. I love the Philly-Brooklyn game a lot, guys. Stack the Philly-Brooklyn game with some cheap options. With your cheap options, with your value plays, I suggest you get involved in the Philly-Brooklyn game with the cheap options because there's some good cheap options in the Philly-Brooklyn game that are going to pull back some points back for you. So I absolutely love that. I love Stauskas against Brooklyn at 4,100. He is always in my bargain bin. Love it. And that's it, guys. Good luck, everybody. Like the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL. I talk to everybody all day. Comment down below any questions and concerns, man. I appreciate you guys watching, and good luck tonight.